Hello? Hello.
Hello.
My friend, how are you?
Good evening. How are you? Good morning.
I'm a little better than you, my friend.
Oh, good. It should always be good.
How are you doing?
Just going on.
Yes, going on.
Nothing.
That's very
Yeah.
important, actually, to be
Yeah.
moving. Um,
Yeah. The, the circle should move on and on.
well, that is the point, actually. Nowadays, nothing seems to be too easy. So we have to continue moving and doing the best we can, actually. That's all. And how's your
Yeah.
family
Yeah, they're good, doing good.
and your parents?
They are also just taking care of themselves.
Yeah, that's
Going
okay.
on. Yeah.
Very nice one. Well, this is something good to start the day here in Chile. In
Yeah.
Chile, it's 24 past 8
Okay.
a.m. in the morning. Well, what is the time of the
Okay.
year?
It's uh, around 5 minutes to 5 p.m. in the evening.
Oh, I see one. So it's something like tea time, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, well,
Uh,
this is the part two of the webinar.
yeah, so can we start or we are waiting for someone or
Well, Rashmi is supposed to join us, but I think we can start actually. What do you
can
think?
start? Huh? Yeah, yeah, we can start. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
uh, mhm.
So we ended from a note. Just give me a second.
Yes,
Give me a second. We ended with a note where I
yes,
was talking about the languages which are being used in the artificial intelligence, which can bring magic to the different kind of industries, be it of agriculture, be it of manufacturing, be it of technology, any kind of thing. So my last thing was it was Scala, which was uh, which I left it out. That is also one kind of language which is being used. So uh, now I'm coming back to straight to the point. So the two topics which we have choose that day was one on the agriculture part, one on the technology part. We can take anything from the technology, but I have taken specifically telecom, right? So if I take agriculture, so to the knowledge of all, we have some 13 billion hectare of surface land on the earth. Out of that 13 billion hectare surface land, only 1.38 hectare billion of surface land is fertile. The rest of the land is not fertile. So now, much of the land is in Australia, much of the land is in America, and much of the land is in East Africa. And so, if we say that how the technology can bring magic to the land which are infertile, which we have less rains and can become fertile, and when and how the pesticides and the seeds and the water and the medicine should be sprayed on them. How do we do it? So, doing that, how will we achieve it? How will we do it? How the farmer? will be directly impacted to it. So when we come to it, so the language Wolfram, Wolfarm, Wolfram language. So when if the Wolfram language can be used along with Python and MATLAB, that can give us very good results in all the ways, because Wolfram language is a language which can predict, which can make hypsmatic filters, and can do multiple of things, like it can make logo designer widgets, it can make yearly, uh, you can say, the path of sun, it can make weather dashboards, it can classify digits, recognize handwritten digits, and all that stuff. It can interpret the natural language. The a very simple example I can give is that if you can write in word form, is you open a bracket and semicolon, then you'll write the city, then you have to open again a bracket, then you have to write, then you have again to close the bracket, then you have to write NYC, and close the whole bracket, the big bracket. The result you will get is New York City. So this is a very simple example which I have given to you. Right. The similar way, if you want to, if you want to decide on a say on a date, which date it is, if you write, suppose it is 1487, 1487. The similar thing. Open a bracket, write date, then write semicolon, open a bracket, then write 1487, close the bracket, close the bigger bracket, and you will say that it will come. It was Sunday, 04 January 1987. So it will give you such kind of results. So the point is, so when this is a very smaller thing, which very small example which I have given to you. Now, when we come to the agriculture point of view, then right now, where is the water? In every country, there is water. There is no country where we can say there is no water. So, and there is a supply system also in each and every country. Each and every country follows that supply system also. So, right. So, like from a big dam, it comes to the rivers, it comes to the canals, it comes to the small canals, then it comes to the smaller canals, and then it comes to the pipes, and then it comes for usage. Then for farming purpose, then when the farmer is the farmer is hello Rashmi,
Hello.
hello.
Hello, Rajmi.
When the
Hello.
Welcome.
when, yeah,
Hi.
when the farmer is going to use that water. So now the farmer is going to use that water when there is a requirement of farming. So now every 12 months there is no requirement of farming. There is no requirement of seeding. There is no requirement of anything. So now, so to utilize that thing, we should have those sensors made through these two things, these through languages, which I have told you, Wolfram, Python, and MATLAB. Because MATLAB will be very effective in all the calculations. MATLAB will be effective, and MATLAB will be required to serve the purpose for the mathematical equations and solving the to calculate the things that in how many days, in how many weeks, in how many hours it should reach to the farmer, right? So that is one thing. The Python is a very general language. It is used generally for language purpose. And Wolfram can give you the results which we are desired for. That when it is used, and how that information shall be passed to the farmer at the accurate time. So now that one is the thing. Now we can have sensors, we can have inbuilt sensors, right? The inbuilt sensors, we can use mobile phones that can give the the accurate timelines to the farmers and when it can be that this is the time you need water. And now how this will farmer is the second thing. Now, how this all thing will be compiled, and from all this, the data will come from. The data will come from the past data of 3 to 4 years or 5 years, which we are using. Now, from where the data will come? The data will come from either from the government agencies or from the private agencies who are giving us the water or the supplies or the pesticides or the different kind of materials or the seeds or anything like that. So the point is the when to use what. Now this is the thing. Now first of all, we have to compile it. The compilation of the last 5 years. Now from the last 5 years, then we will come to some materialistic thing that in last 5 years that this has happened in this Chile, the the wheat grain production has gone up to so much. Then what was the reason of that? And then the rice has gone down. Then what was the reason of that? The milk production has gone down. What is the reason of that? So there are different kind of reasons. There are different kind of things which we have to calculate, and that can be calculated very easily. That is not a rocket science kind of job. Why there is a issue in that? So that is very easy. Now come to the point is now what we can do now. So now with these three languages, we can use sensors, which uh, the data can be collected from the government, and then a particular agency, we can make an application that that will say that in this particular region, at this particular time, so much of water is required. Now, in this particular time, the pesticides have to be given. This particular time, the seed has to be seeded. This particular of time, now again the water has to be given. Now, this is a chain when the whole of the agriculture products come out into use to the public domain. So, this is how these technologies can be used in the agriculture world, which can help billions and billions of people and make out the scarcity of the grains, the people who are dying because of they are not getting feeded, they are dying because they are not having food, they are dying because of the less resources, they are dying because either we are not using the technology in the constructive way, we are using the technology in the destructive way, or we are not willing to use the technology in the constructive way so that we can help the people, we can help those people who really need these kind of applications, these kind of technologies. So we have to build it around. So my message is very clear that the once we start doing it, start applying it, then obviously the results will be far more effective, and the scarcity of so many billion of people will be erased, will be eloped. But for this, we need a community which has to come up. We need a set of people who can come up, who can join us, who can join the well being of the people, who can think about the constructive technology, not about the destructive technology. So instead of making bombs, we can make the technology in sending the medicines to the people who really want to, who really want need, who really need those medicines. We can use the drones to those people. We can we can use the technology, the drones, where the food can be sent instead of using the bomb and other technologies. I don't want to get into it because it is a very sensitive kind of issue. So leave it behind. So the next thing, so this is one of the thing, Roberto, if you agree with me with this concept,
Yes,
any
of course, my
question
friend.
from your side?
Well, I have a number of questions which people may be interested. For instance, in your view, which is the most powerful tools which has been developed so far to deal with very complex problems where the number of data is huge?
Wolf, Wolfram, MATLAB, and Python.
Yeah, we have that. But the thing is that sometimes you see we face a problem with thousands of data, and we had to do some optimization of those data, well, some other calculation as well. And
Yeah, yeah, the calculation. Yeah, please, Roberto.
yes, no, I'm listening to you. You were explaining about
Yeah,
MATLAB and
yeah,
Mathematica and
yeah.
Python.
The the data, uh, the big data, the stats can be very easily done through many applications, which is a language called R that I have told you in my part
Yes.
one thing. There is a language called R that is primarily made for it only. Statistical combination and numerical analysis. So that can be used for that.
Yeah. Tell me something about this artificial intelligence. Many people are using that at the moment, and there are some applications. The last one I know is from Google, which is free of charge. Now, what do you think about that? For the student to become a good professional in the future, because you see some of them are just doing a copy and paste, which is really is not very good. Now, what do you think about that? How can we get the
Yeah,
balance? Because on the other hand, you see artificial
yeah,
intelligence maybe
copy.
regard yes.
Actually, this flag thing, we can't stop the flag until a person really needs to he has to apply his own brain also.
Well,
So,
that is the point. The idea to seduce the student,
so
you see.
we have to.
Well,
So there are a number of applications which can which can stop using flag also, which can we can identify that this is flag. There are a number of
that,
applications that
that very true. Uh, well, you see, what I have seen in my lecture with my students is that some of them really use artificial intelligence as one of the most powerful friends they have to avoid, you see, any problems and to work less. And this is not very good, I think, because, well,
no,
it cannot be good. You
no,
learn,
this is not right. This is
no,
not the right way. You can't hide away. You cannot wash away your hands from just saying that to work less and to get more. Yes, you definitely have to work more to get more.
well,
And
that is the point. That
this
is the
should be your
point.
fundamental basic thing.
Yeah, but
That is your best and fundamental thing.
yes. The
Okay,
only,
nowadays actually people have stopped using reading books. They have
yes,
stopped reading the books and the other things which we used to read, which we used to even write also. And people have stopped using it and they feel that from the Google they can get everything. But it is not possible. Even if you take an example of Google Maps, sometimes Google Maps itself makes you fool.
yes,
If you write something that I want to reach Roberto Acevedo's house in Chile, it will make sure that I will reach Rashmi Bhardwaj's house in Delhi, New Delhi. So artificial intelligence, I have since day one from my part one lecture, I am saying that it is just an term. It is only a term. It is nothing else. So there are number of
yes.
language around it which are built up.
Yeah, and tell me something, my dear
So
friend.
changing mindset is a
You see what lecture we are facing at the moment, not just here, in Europe as well, and in the United States, is that the student should be, I would say, I'm going to use a very formal word. The student should be seduced that what they should do is to get back to principle and to read, to improve the way they write, to understand more about whatever they're writing or they are doing, and so many other things, which means that they have to devote most of their time to work. Now, to do that, you see, there are some students which really are not very happy about that kind of suggestions. They are
yeah,
getting a bit lazy, I'm afraid.
you are very right, Roberto. When I write for Inglomere, one lecture takes 3 to 4 days for me to
To
write one
prepare.
lecture
Yes, yes,
to prepare, and for after that I need one day's rest also
that's
to
very true.
get out of to get out of things what I have written. Then again, I have to get started again the next day with a fresh brain.
Well, that's very true. You see,
So,
because to
so,
lecture,
so this has to go on and on. You can't hide away. You can't run away. with only the thing saying that you work less and you can get more with the application. Applications, to learn applications, you also need time, you also need lot of time to get into it and to get the results out of it. Right? It's not it's very easy for nowadays for people saying that we use this, we copy this Wikipedia and we from Google, and you can search anything and you can copy paste and write down, and you can put a lecture in front of Professor Roberto and he will accept it and all that stuff. And
Well,
but
you see, for instance, my colleagues and myself as well, what we are trying to do is to train students for the future. And this is very, very, very important for us because you see, at the end of the day, we're going to pass away and we want to leave something behind, something good. We want a better society and a better world for the student, for younger people.
yeah,
This
definitely.
is, this is our role, you see, in society. We're not here to stay forever, doing very little. We're here to be happy, that's the first point. And secondly, you see, to help the other people, mainly the most, the most weak people or vulnerable. But that is the point, and this is something that the new professionals have to understand.
Yeah, they have
The-
to understand because it will not pay them in a long run.
That's very true, my dear friend. Well, I'm extremely happy about your talk. It was very good. And I think that many people are going to think about what you have already
Yeah,
said, both in part one and in part two. And
yeah.
well, we will continue,
Second
my dear
part
friend.
is
Yes,
second part is that one was this agriculture and second was the I was talking about the technology part I will touch upon. So I have decided to touch upon on the telecom part.
that would be lovely. Well, in any case,
Yeah.
what we are going to do, we are going to keep in touch
Yeah, sure.
uh,
If you
and carry on working because
we
you
can
see,
we can have it a third session also whenever you are
yeah,
okay with it.
we will have to because you see, Rashmi and I will have to prepare a volume 25 of Inca Mayor, the journal.
Rashmi,
So we are,
can we see you? Rashmi, can we see you?
I'm sure she's working as usual.
No,
There is, she's there.
she
She's
is
always all the time working.
no Roberto. She is our next Prime Minister of India. Actually, she is going to be our next Prime Minister of India.
Well, this
So
is
she is
something which
busy.
would be very nice, actually. Rashmi, you know that Raj is very young. So I said to him that he could be my son, actually. I see. Well, now, what do you want to do, my dear friend? Do you want to conclude here or what?
Just a second. Just a second, Roberto. Wait for 5 minutes. Yeah, Roberto.
Okay. Just want to know if you want to stop at this point and, well, you tell me, what do you want to do? You have done a lot, and I do thank you for what you have done for us. And as I was saying, and we are going to be in touch, in very close touch,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
because we need each other, and that is the most
Yeah, yeah.
important things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my dear friends, thank you very much indeed. And I say thanks
Yeah.
to Rashmi.
Congrats,
You,
Raj. A nice lecture. I think
Yes,
my
yeah, thanks.
speaker was mute earlier.
Yeah.
yes.
And,
How are you, Rashmi?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm getting younger and younger. This is what I'm doing.
Good to be younger. Yeah.
Well, as
You know,
chemist,
you
I had to do something.
you know, Roberto, you and
Hello.
There's a problem with the internet. I think uh, internet is not very good where Raj is at the moment.
Hello.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
Are you there? I can see you, but can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, that's okay. Now, well, what we're going to do, you see that perhaps what we should do is to stop here and say thanks to Raj. And, well, Rashmi, you are welcome always. So we're going to be in close touch.
Yeah.
Okay? So thank you very
Yeah.
much. And I hope that we will discuss about this volume 25 of Ingo Mayor, the journal.
Yeah. Sure.
So we're going to
I
do that.
shared the journal copy and I'm sending the individual papers too.
Yeah, that would be absolutely wonderful. Please,
Yeah.
my regard to the two children, and well, they are not children
Hello.
Yeah.
any
Sure.
longer,
Sure.
Yeah.
and your
Mhm.
granddaughter.
So
She is beautiful. Huh?
can we wind up the session, or we can make
Yes.
a third part of it?
No, what we are going to do at the moment is to stop this, and I'm going to carry on, and we are going to be in touch, my dear friend. So
Yeah,
everything
sure.
is going to be quite clear for you. Thank you very much
Yeah.
indeed. Huh?
So I
Goodbye,
was
Thank you.
Rashmi. Goodbye, Rak,
Bye.
and be blessed. Bye bye.